What is going on, guys? What is going on? Good to see everybody. Let me know if you can hear me. Good morning, Z. Have a cup of coffee, please. What, are you trying to say that I'll be grumpy without it? You trying to say I'll be grumpy without it, Sonar? What's going on, guys? Thank you. Yes, I love that thumbnail too. Nasser, Astro Geek, Javed, Roberto, what's going on, guys? All right, first things first. Oh, you know what? First things first, let us take a look at what's going on with regards to earnings, because by Thursday, we are going to have most of the Mag 7 reporting earnings already. There will only be one left. Can you guys guess what it is? By Thursday, all of the Mag 7 will have reported earnings already. Can you guys guess which one will not have reported earnings? I took JetBlue puts for earnings. They're getting washed this morning. Oh, they reported this morning? So this morning, UPS reported, JetBlue, Pfizer. I'm interested to see what happens. NVIDIA, exactly. So the only one that, out of the Mag 7, the only one that will not have reported earnings by Thursday is NVIDIA. And NVIDIA, they do a weird reporting time. They report on February 21st, I believe, something like that. So third week of February. Kenan, what's going on? Habibi, what's going on, bro? Great interview. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. I'm glad it's finally released. Like I said, I go over things in that interview that I have never said publicly, even on my channel, right? How much money I lost in the beginning, how much money I tend to keep in my trading account versus my option selling account. Why I think most people in the industry are fraudsters, etc. I go over a lot of psychology too. I didn't even realize it until I watched the interview back, how much I touched on trading psychology. So go watch it if you guys haven't. It's on the Words of Wisdom podcast. Definitely go watch it if you haven't. Not now. Wait until the live is done. And then go watch it. Love the podcast. So much value. Appreciate you, Devin. All right. So we have about 12 minutes until market open. And I wanted to go over high time frame analysis real quick. Surf, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Let us go over the high time frame analysis. You guys seem to love these thumbnails, which is kind of concerning to me. I'm getting a sense you guys like the thumbnails more than the content. Maybe I need to dial back on the thumbnails. Maybe the thumbnails are even better than the content at this point. Nice Royal Oak. Oh, yeah. I'm digging the orange strap, man. This is my least favorite watch of mine, and I've contemplated selling it multiple times. But I like the orange strap versus the metal bracelet. I think with the orange strap, I think it looks good. The metal bracelet, it's not my type of watch, man. It's too bulky and gaudy. You know what I mean? All right. So right now, as of this morning, NQ futures down 31, ES down 24, RTY down 53. Obviously, we're talking about basis points here. So all three indices are down, but we want to see if that is basically a manipulation move, right? We want to try to get a sense of whether that is a manipulation move or that is the actual move. So yesterday, I actually thought on NQ that we would start digging into this fair value gap, but yesterday we kind of just kept going up. For those of you that were in the mastermind yesterday, talking about high time frame analysis and external range liquidity versus internal range liquidity, this is a great example here, right? So yesterday we took daily buy side liquidity, right? So this would be if you count this as your external range liquidity, this candle took yesterday's high, and the next move down would be an internal range liquidity, which would be in the form of either a fair value gap, an order block, or a volume imbalance. So right now, this is our internal range liquidity. I kind of wish that this move didn't happen so soon before market open, because that would really provide us an opportunity to trade into this fair value gap. So if I dial down to the 15-minute, once again, I'm on the NASDAQ here, guys, for those of you that are trying to follow this. So already we are at 50% of this 4-hour fair value gap, right? This is a 4-hour fair value gap. So it's not, the move, trying to play the move into this fair value gap, that move is already done. That move happened during London session. So right now, what we're trying to determine, obviously, the only question that you're really trying to answer when you are trading is what direction is the market going to go to, and do we have an entry? So you're hoping that, like, it's not that I'm bearish and I want the market to drop, but I want a big move. So my hope is that we tank today more and give an opportunity for an entry, because the move down there's a lot more runway here, right? On the move down versus a move up where, you have daily buy side right there. So I'm hoping for a move down, again, not because I'm bearish on the market. I could care less. Actually, if I had my way, I'd want the market to go up every single day, because I have a long-term portfolio. But here was low of the day yesterday, right? Let me see. No, hold on. After market open. Yeah, this was low of the day yesterday. Right here. So we call this previous day low. So what we're trying to see now is there a thesis that would take us down here? Again, as I said before, we are right now at the 50% of this 4-hour fair value gap on the NASDAQ. So, it's not an opportune time, obviously, to short, because this is a heavy imbalance that's already at the 50%, and you want to see how it reacts. So unfortunately, this morning, there's going to be quite a bit of wait and see, right? Because if right now this fair value gap is considered mitigated, so we can easily continue to crawl back up and take out yesterday's highs. That's not out of the realm of possibility. But shorting from here is not a proposition, because you're in the middle of a high time frame fair value gap. And then, as JOLTS reminded us, thank you so much, Jolt. Yes, we have. Thank you so much, sir. We have JOLTS at 10 a.m. So I would much rather wait for the jobs data before taking a premature crack at this. ES, slightly different than NQ, quite a bit different than NQ. So ES actually is not that far away from its all-time highs, right? NQ already took its all-time highs. Now, remember, I'm not talking about the SPY here. We're talking about ES, which is a contiguous futures contract. It actually made an all-time high in January of 2022, okay? So we are not that far from there. And this is the type of disparity I hate, because you have the two major indices, and you have, NQ is a little more bearish this morning. However, as I said, it is in that 4-hour fair value gap. But you have ES, its highs are right here. So there is a case to be made that, if we get a move to the upside, ES is actually going to be chasing liquidity above those highs. And on the 4-hour time frame, yes, it is in a 4-hour fair value gap as well, but it is on a severe uptrend. And the bullish market structure is actually, it looks parabolic at this point. So Are we going to reject off this 4-hour fair value gap and chase those highs? That is actually what we want to see. If the Fed hints on delaying interest rate cuts, could we expect a pause in this rally? Dino says. No, because I think that's priced in. So, you have to keep your finger on the pulse of what's priced in, right? If we take a look at the FOMC tool, you could see that right now it's priced in that the Fed skips this one, right? And if you look at March, it used to be there were more disproportionate bets that the Fed would actually cut in March, but they are likely going to skip in March. Now, it's not as asymmetrical as January's bet, right? You still have 44% of the Fed funds futures traders betting on at least one cut here, but most of the cohort now suggests that the Fed is going to skip. In May is where you get a potential dislocation, Dino, because if, say, this week, right, we get all of these companies, and by the way, I think there's a high chance that this happens, where you'll start knowing today. You get Microsoft, AMD, and Alphabet today after close, right? If they say, what recession? Like, our outlook and our guidance is actually fucking amazing so far, right? And you continue that with Amazon, Meta, and Apple on Thursday, then I think that's going to make it very hard on the Fed to cut, and the stock market is going to continue rallying. The S&P well past 5,000. And if the jobs numbers continue to come in strong, that's going to create a dislocation here, which can be taken advantage of. But it's going to create a dislocation here where, you have 87% of the cohort betting on at least one cut, some betting on two cuts by May, right? If there's a dislocation here with the Fed in May, is like, there's no possible way we can cut. The data is too strong. Companies are doing really well. And they actually skip, which is only 12% priced in. That is where you will likely get a jolt in market action, right? They've never cut rates without an emergency. Untrue. Very, very, very untrue. And I'll go over that in a second. I just want to, because the market opens in 1 minute, I just want to monitor this real quick. Now, for me, market open today is not as important as 10 a.m. Eastern, because we do have the JOLTS data. And market open, it's going to be probably a typical open, but I don't want to get faked out on an initial move, right? I want to see the what the 10 a.m. data is going to do. And then at 10 a.m., you're going to get a seek and destroy, right? It's going to take out both stops. I definitely don't want to be in any position, long or short, because it's going to take out both stops. And then after that, after the market settles, then I'll want to look for a trade. But I'm going to look at the equities real quick. Give me one second. Sorry. All right, guys. Yes, if you're on this stream, hit that thumbs up, guys, please, so that other people can find the stream. It's not for me. It's actually for you. The more people that find the stream, the more I'm motivated to do it. So if you want me to keep these going, hit that thumbs up, guys. And I appreciate all of you. So did someone ask me a question? Mr. DK, Morning Z. Saw your interview with Riz. Very encouraging and motivating. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, fam. I missed the TD open close bell. So open up your TD, bro. The hell? You don't need mine. The Fed cut in July of 2019. Exactly, Michael Jones. So the Fed cut at the behest of Donald Trump in 2019, which, you know, the Fed is supposed to be a separate entity from the federal government, right? It's a central bank that's actually private. It's not part of the federal government. And Donald Trump had pressured Jerome Powell to cutting. The only problem was that, you know, they didn't know that a pandemic was coming up. So, you know, cutting and going back into an age of easy money before the pandemic gave the Fed very little leeway with regards to rates because rates were already down, right? Which is why then part of the reason why they printed another $5 trillion in money, right? Quantitative easing. All right, so I want to take a market's open right now. I'm going to take a look at some of the equities. As I said yesterday, I am eyeing an Apple short. Not convinced of it 100% just yet. I think that it can be a sympathy play. So if you look at Microsoft, AMD, and NVIDIA, where is this bullshit? Sorry, Microsoft, AMD, and Alphabet. If you see that they are starting to give weak guidance, and here's what's interesting, guys. Here's what's interesting. Microsoft and Alphabet, I don't know about AMD. Microsoft and Alphabet both laid off a shit ton of workers this year, right? Apple hasn't yet. Amazon has in some sectors, right? But not really. And then Meta has laid off a shit ton of people over the last year. And by the way, remember what I said about Meta? That if they go back to focusing on being basically Facebook and Instagram, that they will actually do better for themselves as opposed to trying to focus on this metaverse bullshit. And you haven't heard much about the metaverse, right? You've heard more about their core businesses. Obviously, they still have their Oculus goggles and whatnot, but you haven't heard them talk about the metaverse in the way that they were. They went back to their OG business model, and now Meta has hit all-time highs, right? I was not a fan of the metaverse. Of their core business, yes, but I was not a fan of the metaverse whatsoever. So if you get weak guidance from Microsoft, AMD, and Google, that could potentially lay the groundwork for a short, and probably not an aggressive short, but in the form of credit call spreads, right? On Apple, Amazon, I don't know if I was short Meta, but on Apple and Amazon, right? There could potentially be a multi-day short here. And Apple actually has this very interesting fractal here. You see this violent rally in 2023 and then a gap down, right? And then you have a base retracement and then further. This is exactly what it's doing now, right? You have this violent rally since October and then a gap down, a retrace, and now it looks like it is rejecting once again. So I am intently looking at that. I'm not going to open it up today. I am going to wait to see what happens with Microsoft, AMD, and Google. As I said, I think it is realistic that we do have a scenario in which these companies actually provide decent guidance, and the market continues up with the S&P 500 going past 5,000. I think that's very, very, very plausible, right? AMD's downgrade this morning was highly sus. What a joke. Yet they upped price target from 190 to 195. Well, I don't know, bro. I didn't read specifically what that was. The downgrade is from outperform to strong. To outperform from strong buy. So all Raymond James is saying is that it is no longer a strong buy at these prices. I mean, I don't know. Consider that person a responsible manager. I would say the same thing. I don't think AMD is a strong buy here. Look at AMD's valuation compared to its growth. Right? It's trading at a almost 70 PE. The sector median for chip stocks is 22. How could this be a strong buy? It's trading at 13 times sales, right? The median for chip stocks is 3. So, yeah, fuck that. It's not a strong buy whatsoever. But basically what they're saying is that it's not a strong buy, but we do think that it will outperform, meaning price will likely continue trucking, but it's not a strong buy. I don't see a problem with that. I don't think it's BS. I actually agree with that. Z's from Egypt. No, I'm not from Egypt. Last year, I bought it at 124, 6 months, stay under. After I sold them, it skyrocketed. Good job. All right. Let's look at Tesla real quick. Oof. Our cash secure puts must be printing right now. I'm in the 205 cash secure puts, and I rolled them an additional month. Clickster, what website? Seeking Alpha. If you want a discount, use the link in the description. This is my favorite site for looking up valuations because it's really quick, and you can look up valuations compared to the sector median. And you can also look up its growth, which is one of the reasons that I'm not as enthusiastic to buy AMD here, right? At least NVIDIA has a lot of growth priced in. AMD's growth is suspect in some of the sectors. Markets are rigged to an extent? No. Markets are not rigged. That's not why you lost. If you held on to your AMD, you wouldn't say that the markets are rigged. You just panic sold. That's all. If you were still in AMD, you'd be celebrating. Would you be celebrating that the markets are rigged? No. You'd be celebrating that you made a good decision and held on to your investment. It's funny how it's always rigged when you lose. But do you ever celebrate that the markets are rigged when you win? I believe they are manipulated. Okay, good for you, bro. Good for you. Name me any industry. This is why this, I don't want to say pissing me off, but this is why it's hilarious to me, okay? Name me any industry where, or any endeavor, any niche, where you can literally take any position size you want, bro. Any position size. You could be the buyer. You could be the seller. You could play neutral strategies. You could short. You can long. You have autonomy, right? How are you going to claim that it's rigged when you can literally pick any position you want? It's not like someone is coming to your house telling you you can only long stocks and we're going to manipulate it short. If that was the case, cool. But no one's stopping you from taking any position size you want. It's been proven. All right, bro. I don't know why you're watching stock market content then. Go put your money in silver coins. People go to jail for this? All right. Homeboy's been watching a lot of Alex Jones. So Tesla filled its RTH gap from yesterday, or from between after hours and pre-market. I'm interested to see. Remember, JOLTS data in 20 minutes. So whatever you see now is potentially not the real move. No, they'll say silver and gold's also manipulated. There are certain people in the market that get inside information. Yes, of course, and those people should be arrested. But that doesn't mean that that is stopping me from making informed decisions about whether I should go long or short, or even the sheer fact that I can go long or short with autonomy, right? With freedom. Nobody's stopping me. But yes, I mean, those people should definitely go to jail for sure. All right, so Tesla filled the gap from yesterday. Again, I'm not taking a trade until after 10 p.m. and I do what you guys want. I implore you, not compel you. I implore you to do the same, because the JOLTS data comes out in 18 minutes. 18 minutes. Oh, what's up to you guys on Instagram? Watch yesterday, hence I followed you. Now we're here. I'm live on YouTube, but also live on Instagram. Pick whichever platform you want. Also live on X. Made 10% off my Strangle on UPS. Super dope. What did UPS open up at? Oh, damn. You should have made more than that. It's down almost 8%. Dina del Sol. What's going on, Dina? Took a quick long on crude. Nice. Oh, shit. You took this long? Damn, Gina. I'm not calling you Gina. I know your name's Dina. It's I don't know. If you're old like me and used to watch Martin. That is a nice trade. There's a little ass power of 3 here. That is a nice trade. Consolidation, manipulation, expansion. What a nice trade, Dina. Good job. She said I'm 47. Oh, okay. So you know what I'm talking about. That is a nice trade. Went below London low, manipulated below, expanded up. I mean, in my view, I'm trying to see if there was a front run here. Yeah, I guess you could have taken it after broke structure. We did get a nice retrace. What do bulls and bears hope for jobs data? I don't even know what that means, bro. If you're day trading, you will never classify yourself as either a bull or a bear. You are just trying to catch the move. You could care less what it does. I personally, as I said, I think there's a more runway to the downside, right? Because the upside, there isn't a ton of runway to take a crack at all-time highs or even at yesterday's highs, right? It's right there. So, guys, there's 600 of you here. Hit that thumbs up. I got to figure out a way how to give out Top Step accounts. I don't know if I could do that. If I can give out Top Step accounts, then I'm going to have to incentivize you lazy people to give this stream a thumbs up so that other people can find it. Yeah, I would much rather opt for a move down. I'll be honest. Not that, again, I don't want the market to go down. I would rather have the market go up every single day. But I think there's more runway on the way down. Thanks, Z, for continuing to do these streams. Appreciate you. Any resources you recommend for backtesting? TradingView and a lot of hours over the weekend. I don't like automated backtesting. I'll tell you why in a second. I'm just looking at this move here. I think automated backtesting is a recipe for disaster. I'll be honest. And I'll tell you why. It's not like a controversial opinion. Well, maybe it is, but there's a reason why. I might just fucking trade RTY, man. See, because NASDAQ and ES are near all-time highs, and obviously when you're near all-time highs, you have less of a guide above because there are no levels above. You're in uncharted territory. RTY still is, like 23% away from its all-time highs. So there are quite a lot of levels that we can reference when we're trying to formulate trades. There could be a nice long here on RTY. Took out yesterday's liquidity, and now we are in a 4-hour fair value gap, just like ES and NQ are. Man, that is an impressive trade on crude. Starbucks has been looking bullish the past month, popped up on my bots, but no major movements. Doesn't it report earnings soon? Today, right? I'll look at it in a second. I'm really just intently looking at the indices here. RTY swept sell side. High time frame does support a move up off of this 4-hour fair value gap. I might take a trade on RTY. We broke structure, obviously, on the very, very, very low time frame. I don't want to take a trade right before news, guys. This is not responsible. But there's definitely a long here. AMD on RTY? I don't know what that means. AMD on RTY? I have no idea what that means, Colin. Yeah, I can't responsibly take this trade. Can you share your thoughts? No. Ask me a more specific question. Lazy questions get lazy answers. I have many thoughts about many things. See, I would take thoughts on thoughts. That's a good question, actually. That's a baller ass question. Thoughts and prayers. That's another good sentiment. Yeah, I would long the shit out of RTY if we didn't have news right before this. Thoughts on the meaning of life. That's another good question. If RTY dips into here, I would have definitely longed it. But I got to be responsible. I cannot take a trade right before news. But this would be the trade here. Your 2-to-1 is actually right there, which is not bad. Again, I'm not taking this. I'm just showing you an example of how I would take this if we didn't have news. And then up until my second TP would be the 50% of this fair value gap on the 15-minute. And my third TP would only be runners, would be yesterday's high. It would be this. This is something. I would trade something like this if we didn't have news. But once again, I'm not in this. News will cause S&D. Yes, I agree. Have you ever considered using quantitative strategies for trading? I'm not sure what you mean. SMT on indices. Let's see. Oh, yeah, major SMT. AMD, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Oh, yeah, we call that power of 3. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that there is power of 3 on a bunch of things right now. The only thing is that you have news in you have consumer confidence and JOLTS job openings at 10 a.m. Tomorrow's FOMC, baby. I don't know why I like FOMC Day. Z is not Egyptian. The Hispanic community has already drafted him. You guys are going to trade me to the Hispanic community? Nice. I'll accept that. Appreciate you. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you for the kind words, man. Yeah, major SMT here. Aisha says he's desi. Depends on what's for dinner. If someone's making biryani, yes, I will be an honorary desi that night. Guys, like I said before, do not get caught in a trade here. In 5 minutes, you're going to see this. So, NASDAQ wicking all over the place today. Yes. We have major news coming out. So I'm waiting for news. As I said in my Twitter post, by the way, are you guys following me on Twitter and Instagram? Be honest. If you're not, you're missing a lot of great insights. I promise you that. I promise you, one thing I will not do is waste your time. Well, sometimes I do post jokes, so maybe if you view that as a waste of time. Like yesterday, I learned that Walmart store managers can make $400K a year. Basically a surgeon salary. So I'm considering applying it at the Walmart down the street. But other than that, I did release a Bitcoin analysis, and I'll show it to you. On the 11th, when everybody was praising Bitcoin hitting 50K, there was basically a power of 3 on the daily, and I said 38 to 40K would be nice. And we hit 38 on January 23rd. So this right here is a power of 3. I think that is the extent of the Bitcoin drop. I think that the Bitcoin halving is in April, and I think it will continue trucking up. With that said, I said that I like selling puts on stocks, on Bitcoin related stocks that have formed a negative correlation with Bitcoin. I know that that's kind of maybe a little bit advanced, but all that means is most of the Bitcoin stocks are almost perfectly correlated with Bitcoin. That means Bitcoin goes up, the stock goes up, and vice versa, right? But there are times when Bitcoin and the stocks, when the stocks lose correlation with Bitcoin. Coinbase being one, it lost correlation with Bitcoin and went negative, meaning it was negatively correlated with Bitcoin. So as Bitcoin was going down, Coinbase was going down more significantly. So I sold puts on Coinbase. And the other one that I pointed out, I even pointed this out on Instagram. So again, follow me on Instagram and on Twitter for free daily trading and finance content. Riot was the other one. So Riot formed negative correlation with Bitcoin. Now, why is that important? Because when it's in a downtrend and it forms this negative correlation, what happens thereafter, right? Now, you could say to yourself, oh, it formed negative correlation here. Yes, but it formed negative correlation at a peak, not at a trough. When it forms negative correlation at a trough, that is when it is probably an opportunistic time to buy Bitcoin related stocks, right? So right here, Riot, Coinbase tanked 40-50% from highs. I don't know if Coinbase was that drastic, but Riot definitely did, right? So in this case, you can see here, jobs report in 1 minute, 48% down from highs and negatively correlated. Guys, where are you guys getting this type of info anywhere online right now, live? Like who's live right now that's giving you this type of info? Hit that thumbs up, guys. Or else I'll just take these streams in-house and we'll just do it in the Discord. People don't understand Coinbase. Okay. You think Tesla will go down to 160 or 130? I don't know. How about negative 12? Since we're throwing random numbers out there. I'm like I said, this is a wait and see moment. There's no technical analysis that tells you Tesla will drop to 160 or 130. Right? You're waiting to see if it forms a base here. Peace, Dave. Peace. Have a good day. Sultan says scalped RTY long, got out just before the news. All right, here we go. What? CNBC's on a commercial break. Give us a JOLTS data, yo.
Good Tuesday morning. Street. I'm Sarah Eisen with Carl Quintanilla, live for you as always from Post 9 of the New York Stock Exchange. David Faber has the morning off. Take a look at stocks taking a step back here. S&P down 0.1%, and it's groups like materials, financials, and consumer discretionary keeping the declines from being worse. They're all higher. What's not energy is the biggest laggard, and as far as sectors, real estate, industrials, utilities, all down. NASDAQ Composite down 1/3%. We're still up week to date thanks to yesterday's big rallies. I'll just note Tesla's having a little comeback today. Nvidia and Meta are higher as well, ahead of some big Magnificent 7 earnings this afternoon.
Are these people not going to talk about JOLTS?
Treasuries continue their rally.
I wanted to see, what's his name? Rick Santelli screaming about JOLTS.
We saw a big rally, actually. The 10-year note yield remains lower again, just above the 4% level. 30 minutes into the trading
man,
session.
the 2-year yield is up and the 10-year yield is down.
Yes, dropping. Delivering a fourth quarter revenue miss and disappointing guidance. UBS also laying off 12,000 positions as demand remains soft. Shares of JetBlue and Spirit Airlines moving big time. They are now filing for an expedited appeal to that court ruling that blocked their 3.8.
All right. Well, thanks to you guys. You actually posted the JOLTS number in here. So JOLTS job openings for December, 9.026 versus 8.75. Expected, 8.79 million prior. So much higher than expected in terms of job openings. Again, if you wanted to see the Fed cut sooner, not good news. I did not know that UPS laid off 12,000 workers. That is a shitload. I got to check on my boy here who delivers the UPS around the neighborhood. He's a good dude. I hope he wasn't one of them. Bearish SMT divergence taking shape between ES and NQ. NQ weaker than ES. It already took out its opening pre-opening low. ES didn't. NQ did. Remember, we're still in this 4-hour fair value gap. Little seek and destroy action in RTY. Not fun for either position. Now, what's interesting is, if we completely ignore this 4-hour fair value gap, that is going to be fairly bullish for days to come. I mean, bearish, sorry, for days to come. So, let's see. I'm going to get some more coffee. 1 second. Let's keep this thing going. Here, let me pull up a side-by-side. ES 5-minute on the left. NQ 5-minute on the right. See, like this bearish divergence played out, and now you also have bullish divergence at the lows. But I have a suspicion that these might get taken out. ES has more to drop to get to 50% of that 4-hour fair value gap. NQ is well in there if you look. almost fully mitigated that entire thing. ES has a little bit more to drop, about 8 points more to drop to get there. I'm going to get some coffee. I'll be right back. 1 second. All right. No, I didn't get coffee that quick. Bobby, thank you so much, man. $20 to St. Jude's. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Simon says, dang, that was quick. No, my girl so graciously offered to refill our coffees. Appreciate you, Bobby. Thank you so much, man. Okay, thank you. See, this bearish divergence already played out. So I'm going to take it off the chart. But once again, we are in a high time frame fair value gap. I'm almost tempted to I cannot possibly take a long here. Kenan says, tell her that R and I miss you guys. She says she misses you too. Yeah, I can't possibly take a long here. Not possibly. It's just, it's right on the cusp, but I do think there's a chance this goes higher. That the bearish divergence played out, and now you have bullish divergence. Right here and right here. With NQ taking out the lows and ES not. I don't know. If this sets up for a long, I think ES could go to its all-time high off of this bullish divergence. Some tough price action here. Wait for it to settle. CL might be setting up for something good here. A short. I need a structure break here. And then we'll likely set up for a short on CL. A bit more down on RT1. You have the support of the downtrend that broke up yesterday. I'll look at it in a second. Yeah, RTY looks so messy here. Definitely no trade on RTY. Can I trade CL on a Rhythmic Trader? No idea, bro. Ask them. All right, CL. Dude, I don't know. I'm not sitting in front of you. Yeah, you're right. That is a Head and Shoulders. I don't trade off of that pattern particularly. I look at it for like high time frame analysis, but you're right. Okay. Eek. I might try a crack here. And if not, what? I might try a crack here off this order block with a tight stop. And if not, I'll take it from higher. So I'm going to set a tight stop here. I just created a fair value gap. Let's see. If not, yeah, we even broke structure on the 5 minute. I hope it just grabs my order and tanks. There is another fair value gap on the 2 minute. Let's see. I'm going to take it with a tight stop because I wanted to make a quick move. And I think there's a chance that it goes up higher for more liquidity, even though we did take out the daily buy side liquidity. That might have been the high for the week, actually. Yeah. I mean, it is only Tuesday. But yes, that was weekly buy side liquidity. Pinche mierda. This thing is going to go, man. Wallah, man. Fuck. What is the trade? I can't see your screen. Bro, my screen is not blurry. I'm on crude oil. If I didn't know you, I'd think you're Mexican. Honorary Mexican, bro. All right. So 1 minute and we'll have a 5-minute fair value gap here, right? Let me just check to make sure we're good on the high time frame. Fuck. The thing is, we took out. This is a battle here. We took out. This could be a power of 3 to the upside. The thing is, we took out major highs and lows. So trying to figure out the draw on liquidity is tough here. Wow. ES and NQ. Look at this. Super ugly. Man. Not futures again. Keep coming back here hoping for other trades. What are you hoping for, bro? Options? You wanna YOLO some options? Yeah? You want to do that? You want to trade options in this? Hope is not a tactic. Hope is not a tactic. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. You want to trade options in this? Good luck, bro. Show me your statement. No, just other CO, not futures. So what? If not futures and not options, what? Treasuries? Oranges? What do you want me to trade? Okay, so not options and not futures. So what do you want me to trade, Pluto? What else is there? Stocks? You want me to trade stocks? That's a tough one. I buy stocks, dude. I'm not gonna trade stocks. Like as in day trade. You want me to just say, like, for instance, buy 1,000 shares of AMD, hoping for a $1 move like that? I just want a casual stream where you're on the street selling oranges. Y'all are funny, bro. You guys have the best commentary. You think I'm entertaining you. You're actually entertaining me. Pluto, if you want swing trades, bro, this is a day trading stream. If you want swing trades, come on board, dude. There's all kinds of swing trades here that I'm sure you missed. TLT, IWM, Celsius, Unity. This is a day trading stream. You want to get all my insights, join below. Do you think it's still a good entry? AMD? Come on, man. Stop with the bad habits, guys. If you were going to buy AMD, you would have done it $100 ago. Like, what is it about AMD being at all-time high? Like, how is it not scary to you to buy things at all-time high? How does that not terrify you? But when something tanks, you're so afraid to buy it. You know what I mean? Like, you got to reverse that, man. Retail only buy tops. Exactly. It's called dumb money. I had it but sold it yesterday. So you sold it yesterday and then you want to buy it today? Nah, bro. Poor Charlie Munger is rolling in his grave right now, bro. Listening to this. I like this trade on CO. Hi, I'm just going to repeat my question. Okay. You're welcome to do that. Have you watched a movie, Dumb Money? Yeah, we watched it on the airplane, bro. It's a great movie. Okay, so this low. See, I'm so worried about going short here. Because it already took out. Oh, okay. So there's a daily fair value gap here. Hang on. So this daily fair value gap is the reason that we bounced. And we have a 4-hour fair value gap here. But we already rejected off that. And then on the 1 hour, yeah. The more I look at this, I mean, there was the short, obviously, that you guys saw me set up. But that entry is now gone. So I'm actually not looking to short that anymore. All right. How do you personally decide on your target when a stock passes an all-time high? I sold my Nvidia yesterday around 500 and now watching it fly. Yeah, what is your conviction with the company? The only thing you can do is, from a technical standpoint, plot out your fib extensions. And from a fundamental standpoint, decide whether it's too expensive or not. What kind of setup we're waiting for on crude? I just showed you the entire setup. Would you recommend holding positions going into Fed rate decision? That's too general of a question, bro. Depends on what the position is. Like, would I recommend buying AMD now and holding it to the Fed position? No. What if you bought AMD 10 years ago? You're going to get a different answer. You should add lo-fi beats to the stream. Let's see. It's got to be copyright free, though, because I can't get any more strikes here. Okay, 1 second. Let's see. Let me control the volume. What? Why can't I mess with the audio? 1 second. All right. That's a vibe, but it's loud as fuck. Chill, bro. Chill. God, you guys are so fucking demanding. Play music. It's loud. Chill, bro. Can you turn some chill music and talk to us in a very soft voice? I know I shouldn't even read the chat. But I can't help it. Nice. Finally, these cash secure puts are paying handsomely. I wonder what an Iron Condor for Microsoft is paying. Let's see. Can you give 30-year bonds a look? And what? Be more specific, bro. A look for what? So $17 is the expected move for Microsoft. 410, 400. $395, $390. Just give a short-term analysis. $410 plus 17, $437. So Z doing an Iron Condor on AMD. Bro, chill out, bro. Chill out. One thing at a time, guys. Not a fucking circus monkey. Uh, 435, 440 call, 395, 390 call on Microsoft is paying 219. I don't know if I want to do this. What is Google doing? Let's see. Let's check out, because Google's reporting today too, right? Let's check out their... Man, I can't lie. My long-term portfolio is happy as hell. This type of move is fucking scary, man. Y'all are hilarious, man. Any books you recommend on fair value gaps? No. Watch videos. Or join the mastermind. But no, there's no books on fair value gaps. 8.274 is the expected move for Google. Let's see. What is an Iron Condor paying on Google? So if we go 25 delta, let's do 145, 140. Is it me or does Z look like David Blaine? That's not the first time I got that, bro. David Blaine's my brother. 152 plus 8. So let's go 160. No, let's go 162 and a half. $167 and a half. Okay. Damn, this Iron Condor is even worse. Microsoft is much better. This is only paying 185. But as someone pointed out, does Google always disappoint? Let's see. Let's go to Market Chameleon. Why, you ask? Because I can look up what Google actually does on earnings. So it's important to know what you're talking about, Dave. When you said Google always disappoints, there's actual data behind this, right? Google doesn't always disappoint. Here's Google's last 12 earnings. So not only don't they always disappoint, 50% of the time they beat the expected move. Now, Microsoft, I would venture to say, probably routinely beats earnings, but doesn't make the expected move. So most of the time, Microsoft moves up on earnings. This is... I thought this was Matt Barnes. Bro, I get Matt Barnes and David Blaine more than anything else. Matt Barnes, David Blaine, and a young Billy Joel, which is funny. here's the thing. Microsoft stock earnings move 67% of the time. I mean, are overestimated 67% of the time. So if you're going to do an iron condor, you're better off doing it on Microsoft than on Google. Why? Because most of the time it doesn't beat the expected move. And not only that, so not only doesn't it beat the expected move most of the time, it actually pays more for the iron condor, like I just showed you. Google doesn't pay as much for the iron condor, and only 50% of the time is it overestimated. What are the indices doing? Just hanging out? Holy Jesus. This is ugly. For those of you that were in the mastermind yesterday, we talked about the OTE entry. There it is. That's the OTE entry on CL. But like I said, I'm not confident in a CL short at this time. All right. That was a great mastermind. Appreciate you. On this live, you're always going to be corrected. Bro, what's wrong with correcting each other? We're all here to learn, dude. Chris L., why are you so salty, bro? We're all here to correct each other. We have data. And you look at data to know whether what you suspected is true or not. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. So that's Microsoft. Let's look at AMD real quick. Jarhead Greg. No one can always be right. It doesn't matter if you're right or not. We just want to work off of good data, bro. Like a lot of times I'll think something and then I'll look up the data and it's completely opposite, right? AMD. This is scary to me. Because if you look at the long straddle over the last 12 earnings, it has a 42% win rate. Okay. So that makes sense. It's about 58-42 in terms of in terms of it making the expected move. But this expected move is larger than it has been in over a year. So plus or minus 9.4% for AMD. I'm not interested in playing AMD. If I do play one, it will be Microsoft. If I do play one, it'll be Microsoft. Because it's overestimated 67% of the time. So if I do play an Iron Condor, it will definitely be Microsoft. All right. Glad I didn't take a short on CL. So the reason is because we had this high time frame fair value gap here that we bounced off of. So I was not confident in taking a short from there. You can see it here. Starbucks, let's see. What do you think about you thinking? Oof. It's a good question, bro. Fantastic question. Looking to short Starbucks on earnings? Why? It just filled its gap to the downside. I don't think that's optimal, bro. You're trying to short with your emotions, dude. If you're talking about boycotts and whatnot, like, one thing is, don't let politics or emotions get in the way of trading, dude. Like, if there's something you don't want to trade or own, that's fine. Like, I don't give a shit about Palantir for personal reasons and for the fact that I think it's just a hype stock among YouTube fuckboys, right? But I don't want to own the company because I don't believe on spying on Americans. And Palantir, which is why I'm so surprised that it has so many fanboys, Palantir actually gets government contracts and spies on Americans. So, not my type of company, bro. So if you don't want to own Starbucks, that's one thing. But trying to short something out of emotions is another, right? Can you demonstrate how to close a put? If I sold the put, how to get out? I don't know what platform you're using. 2, you should figure that out before committing any of your money. Closing a put is as elementary as it gets, or closing any position. And it's something that will literally take you 5 minutes to Google for your platform. Your platform even offers probably free training that you can take. Yeah, I don't know what platform you're using. And 2, no, because you should be Googling this stuff on your own if you want to take this seriously. It will literally take you 5 minutes to learn how to use your platform if you just had enough patience and watched the video. Random card breaks. Black for sure. How do I open Webull on my phone? Come on, bro. Look, if I like get a heart attack, it's because of these questions. Do you shave your legs? What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? No, your mom shaves them for me. Yeah, I'm not interested in playing Starbucks here. Let me see what they do on earnings. Options market overestimated Starbucks 50% of the time. So right now, the only thing that I'm interested in is a Microsoft Iron Condor. Honestly. Out of all the earnings, right? Let me look at Apple real quick. Since we're on the earnings gravy train, let's look at this. Hopefully Pluto is still here because we're going over stocks. And earlier I pulled up a futures chart and he got an aneurysm. Ooh, Apple. Options market overestimated Apple's earnings move 67% of the time. All right. The discipline trader. What's going on? Moroccan Roll. Loved your podcast with Riz. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Any feedback on effectiveness of FVG on stocks versus futures? As long as it's a liquid market, there's no difference. Pluto left, went to hang out with Uranus. Oh my God, bro. Apple might be a decent iron condor too. I want to see how much it pays. Wow, only a $6 move priced in? That is not much leeway, guys. Would you buy an Apple Vision Pro? No. I thought your thumbnail was Kyle Kuzma back with the Lakers. No, bro. I think that's Austin Reeves. I put my face on Austin Reeves, which is funny because his arms are really pale compared to my face, but that's what makes it funnier. 188.6, 182. So if we go 25 delta, 180.75 on the put side. And we go 25 delta on the call side. Let's go 197.5. 202.5. Oh my God. Apple ain't paying shit. Microsoft is the only one that's actually paying something. So no one on an Apple Iron Condor. What is Amazon doing? Guys, hit that thumbs up. If you're getting any value out of these earnings discussions, hit that thumbs up. 58% of the time. And what was the other one? Meta. Oh, that one's going to be interesting. I might, on Meta, I remember I had a Meta trade, 2 Meta trades in 2022 that made me more money than anything in the last 4 years. It was insane. I think it might have been February 22 and October 22. Those moves were so big. And I had puts both times. But the one in February 2022, I remember that was like a few $100s turning to 5 figures. I don't know if you guys traded that or remember that. All right. The only thing I'm interested in is Microsoft. Microsoft and maybe a strangle on Meta. Let me see what it's paying. A strangle on Meta that I won't open today because I don't want to get killed by time decay. Turned 515 to 4,400 on Meta earnings. Yeah, you remember that, Richard, right? It was that type. It was crazy. I think I put $1,000 or something into Meta puts in February 2022, and it was like it turned in like 10 G's. A strangle. If I go 25 delta strangle on Meta. So by the 382.5. I'm not doing this today because again, it's going to get affected by time decay. So I will likely do this if I do it on Thursday. Damn, it's so expensive, man. But I think Meta will likely make a big move. I think Meta will make a pretty big move. So right now I'm just looking at a Microsoft Iron Condor. This is why high time frame analysis is so important, guys. Thank God I didn't short CL, bouncing off the 1 hour fair value gap. Or the daily, sorry. This is why it's so important, high time frame analysis. Take a lesson from this. So I'm looking at a Microsoft Iron Condor, potentially a Meta Strangle, but I won't do it today because, again, it's going to be susceptible to time decay. If I short something today, it will likely be ES. Even though it's stronger, it has more runway to get to the 50 mark of that fair value gap. RTY and NQ are deep in a 4 hour fair value gap. Very tough to short this, guys. Not saying it's a long either. I'm just saying it's hard to short in a 4 hour bullish imbalance. What is Oxy doing? Oh man, I have a lot of Oxy. That thing's rocketing. Looking to sell calls on Tesla. If Tesla bases here and starts rallying, the thing is, it's going to be paying its dividend within the next week and a half. So I'm going to wait for that dividend payment, and hopefully, if we get a rally in Tesla, we'll likely sell the $9 calls on Tesla. But I think we have some time before Tesla bases here. I do like it for an investment at these levels, but if you're asking me when do I think it will, I think it has time to base here. Maybe give it like another week or two. Oh, Apple rolled over. Man. I said this morning I was interested in Apple puts. All right, guys, I'm going to take the stream in-house in the Discord. So for those of you in the Discord, I will see you in there. For those of you that aren't, we are shutting it down to the public, and it will then be invite only. So if you want to get in, make sure you use the coupon code below and get in. And once you're in, you're grandfathered in. Otherwise, yeah, I will see you guys in the Discord. Tomorrow's FOMC, so I will be live for that. But for the rest of the day, I'm gonna go in the Discord. So I'll see you guys in there. Hopefully, you guys got something out of the earnings discussion. If you did, leave a thumbs up. And I'm gonna be posting my earnings plays later as well. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.